Hey everyone, and welcome back to part 15 of our Tunic playthrough. Last time we went on the hunt for some fairies and another hero's grave, and this time we're just going to pick up that hunt. So we've got the West Garden, Quarry, Great Library and East Forest to go to. So I'm pretty sure we had a look and we weren't able to get to the East Forest by regular means. I think the only path there was blocked, so we're going to have to teleport back there. Although, actually, yeah, I think that's the only way to get there. So I could have gone to the teleporter down by the village, but instead I, for whatever reason, decided to come to the one back here. So let's go into the messed up in-between world of life and death. Was this the one to the Great Forest? I think this is the one to the Quarry. Not the Quarry, the library. Yeah. Okay, so, and there you can see the other one just over there to the forest. So that's interesting. So we'll take this one. So I'm not sure if there's a place we haven't visited here, but we'll see if our fairies can guide us. Okay. Oh, of course, it's the door one. Of course it is. Okay, so we'll back out of here. Let's see if we've got any indication of those golden doors on any of our other maps. No, that's just wooden stuff over there. Okay, so I imagine most of that door's symbols are going to come from this area here. I think there might have been some in the West Garden somewhere. And otherwise probably around this area. Okay. Either way, for the time being, we're going to go to the library because there was one fairy there, and I think there was also a hero's grave. So you can see the librarian there enjoying the afterlife, the air, defeat, Holy Cross. A few hints at what we might need to do. Okay, so our fairy is down these, this ladder. And just making sure it is actually down here again. Okay. Now, these guys were terrifying, remember them? Well, they certainly remember us. Fortunately, we have a pretty proficient ability to dodge. What we don't have is a means of not shitting ourselves when we get hit down to a one hit very quickly. So we're probably going to want to have some way of dealing with him a little bit more efficiently, because I'm pretty sure we've got to deal with this fellow as well. ice dagger's a bit more convincing. And that's him dealt with. Okay, so you can see that's just cleared up the hero grave there, but let's see where our fairy is. Smack bang in the middle. So this, as you might be able to tell, is a very large pattern on here. It has 4 different directions to it. They're all the same, so we're just going to make a note of one of them and follow that, because I don't think it matters. And I believe we start in the center. So for no apparent reason, I'm going to look at the top right one. You can just input this as you go, but actually I will just do that rather than writing it down and putting it in the accessibility, because this one should be one you're able to sort of see from the page in front of you. Actually, no, let's be fair. Let's chuck this in the sequence assistance. Make sure I've actually written it down correctly. And there we have it. Once again, feel free to pause it. That isn't the only entrance, or that isn't the only way of entering that sequence. I followed this path on the right, but it's just mirrored in the different directions here. So let's give that box an open. One more fairy down. And now let's go to the other side. And this time we appear to get our magic back. Or at least I think that's the one for magic. Yep, there it is. So that'll be handy with some of the more difficult enemies. Okay, right. Next step is probably going to be to head to the West Garden, which I think we're going to find some difficulties with that, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Didn't mean to teleport that direction. So easiest way to the West Garden, given that we don't have the teleporter that goes there just yet, is probably to go through from the main village and then just run from there. But I get the feeling we're going to be a little bit cut off. And we're likely going to have to consult another page in our book. Right, let's get our... Should have had a rest, really. We can get this random chest while we're here. And there appears to be another one over here. Lucky us. Actually, I think that leads us to the West Garden, funnily enough. In a location we've not been in before. You can see, well, at the top there, you've got a bit of a door, which we can actually make out from here. So I'm going to turn to that page and see what we can do with that. Okay, so that's enough of looking at that. I think we've now got to try and navigate our way through this area. I feel like I'd be able to get there, but I guess not. Oh, he looks fun. Oh, what am I doing? Being a bit of an idiot. That's exactly what I'm doing. And there's a page back there that we might want to go and collect. if we can. I can't remember how we get there. Have a little rest first so that we've got our magic back up to full. So now there is a glitch you can do, or not a glitch, just an exploit a little bit earlier in the game to sort of activate this before, but you can see we've got our teleporter on the other side there, and we have a little place to pray. That's now activated the teleporter, so we will be able to head out that way. Don't think we can, nope, can't go through that wall. But while we're here, let's have a little explore because we've got 2 fairies to find. One of them is here, in the not so subtle pattern on the ground. So this is a repeated pattern, as you can see, and we're just going to note that down in our book again, so I can put it in the assistant. And once again, it doesn't matter which side, left or right, you follow, so long as you follow it. And luckily we did follow it, so once again, feel free to give it a pause once you see the completed sequence. That's that fairy dealt with. And the other one is over there. We also have a chest down there that we haven't collected, and another one down there. Bit weird. Don't know if we couldn't get there before, I imagine not. Fortunately, we've got most of our buffs back, so it's actually quite easy to take out those guys. Maybe that'll be famous last words. Yeah, I think that's sort of what we want to be doing. If we were up there though, we could teleport over to the side, so we are going to go over this bit. Insightful. The fairy's over there, but I think there's a chest we still haven't got somewhere over this way, so I'm going to try and get that first. Is it over here? Yeah. Okay, just a few coins, nothing special. Do we have anything else out this way we've not got to yet? Oh, okay, we could get up there, but does that give us... Oh, is there the rope here? Just hate that the music stopped then, but that is because we're in the location of a former boss. A frankly pointless location at the moment. So let's head back down and over. This wasn't even the way we came, so clearly there was a slightly easier way to have gone. Can we go straight? Ooh, yeah, we can go straight through there. I think this actually leads us roughly in the right direction, but we want to go get that fairy first. And it appears to be somewhere over here. Oh, we've got a chest there. Is that another HP upgrade? That's pretty crazy. Got to sort of work our way back over there. If only we could coordinate a little bit easier. Oh, that was funny. Okay, so looks like we're in the right place. And once again, we're faced with a pattern of numbers in different directions. So we're going for the number of flowers, where number 1 is left, 2 is down, 3 is right, 4 is left, 5 is up, and 6 is down. So just for the sake of consistency, I know I've not done it for all of them, but we will put this one in the assistant there, and that gives us our chest, which I believe puts us 1 away. Oh no, 2 away. We've got the East Forest and the Quarry, which we still haven't gone to. We're not quite able to teleport back over there. You can see our stamina actually regenerates real quickly now. That is courtesy of the card we were using, or have put on a couple times ago, which is this leafy one. I think there's a chest or something over here, which there sure is, alongside a fishing fox, who seems to just be saying the same thing, well, 3 times and then something else. Let's have ourselves a little rest there. Now we might as well buy our HP upgrade. So this is a fun one. This is actually somewhere you can go for an achievement at some point. Not that we can do it in this run, but another door where you can open it with a simple Holy Cross code. And if we step inside and open this, you'll find a sword. But we already have one, so not exactly very useful. What it would be useful for, though, is getting the sword before something else. There's some achievement that is related to getting the sword before some other event happens, and I believe that is required for that. So anyway, we're going to have a little pray here. And we find ourselves back in the hero's grave. This time we're getting our defense back up to full, and we're only 1 hero grave away from having everything. The final one is just the potions, which arguably means our health is, our massive health is a bit pointless, because each potion takes or restores hardly any health. Anyway, we'll digress from that. Now I think we've got nothing going on here, so we'll double check and make sure we've got the right parts written on for that door, which I'm pretty sure I actually didn't, so that's good I did check. I don't know if we've got all the pieces to put that together now. We'll have to go back to the original door, I think, at some point. Try and clarify. Can we get out of here this way? No, we cannot. Oh wait, maybe we can. Ah, and there is another bit of door, so we're going to play a game of piecing them together, which I think should be relatively, or half easy if you've written down the cracks in the various bits correctly. Just making a crude drawing of this. Okay, so that bit looks like it slots in quite nicely to... I don't know actually. Maybe I was chatting absolute rubbish. We've got one bit that looks like it slots in quite nicely to the top left of this piece. And we've got some disturbing bits in there. Nothing much going on, but let's have a look in here. Don't think there's anything to gain here. We can just go in and across. Takes us out underneath, but okay, yeah, that is a little shortcut we can use. Gonna need to get our whip out again. Okay, so we have the quarry left, which we might as well go and do now. And actually we saw a page in the west garden that we haven't claimed yet, but now we have the teleporter, and I think that's going to give us the ability to. So we'll go and do that before we forget. So clearing the game or seeking an end. Option A, take your rightful place, which seems to be fighting the air. Or option B, share your wisdom. Use the power of the Holy Cross and traverse the golden path. We also have, there we go, the Fairy Spring, which we've now discovered the majority of, but good to know. I think that's about all we can learn from those pages. Don't think there's anywhere else we can go with that. So back into the teleporter. And now I think we can head to the old village again. And we can use the mountain door to get over to the quarry. We'll have a little rest here. You might remember in the quarry there was a resting point that we couldn't get to because it was sort of on a little island surrounded by water. Well, you may also realise that now we're going to be able to easily get to it, and that's probably going to be where we're ending up shortly. Just got to do some teleporting around. Ooh, not in those directions though. So we're heading down this back path here. And this brings us to the quarry. And now if we have a little look for our fairy, would you look at that? It's smack bang in front of us. And what we've got here is once again another pattern where we've got our central starting point. Seem to make some weird noises when you hit them. Anyway, we've got that central starting point. I'm going to stop hitting it. And instead I'm going to start making a note of the directions to go. So from the center we need to go up, then right, then down, then left, then up, then left, then up. Sorry, no, I meant to say right somewhere in there. So let's try that again. Up, right, down, left, up, right, up, left, down, left, up, right, right, and down. And that should cover them all. That's just following between each of these places. So we go from here to here, down to there, and up, and then along, and then up, and left, down, right, left, up, right, second right over into this sneaky one here, and then down to the final one. So we'll give that an input in the sequence assistant. And there we have it. And now we just have one more to go. I don't think we can sneak our way over there at all. Instead, we've got to deal with these stairs. This place looks lovely though, doesn't it? Don't know if you get, oh no, it doesn't even let me walk down there. So we'll have to go across here. Is there a chest at all? No. Don't be ridiculous. We can go in here, but it looks as though we might need to equip our scavenger's mask, weirdly enough. So now we're a ghost wearing a scavenger's mask. And this is the previously mentioned resting point we couldn't access before. There's a chest round here that now we can teleport over to as well. That's an increase for your magic, I think, MP. Can we get across there? Doesn't look like it. I don't think there's any shortcuts we can go into. Let's give ourselves a little upgrade here. And I can't remember, I think we're going to have a bit of a tricky time in a minute, so maybe equip that knife. Very eerie here. So, are you ready to be terrified? Because nothing here, is there? Nothing we can really do. Oh look, this creature. All I can really recommend is trying to dodge things. Maybe give yourself enough time to regenerate your stamina. Tell you what, this one is a lot harder to take on when you haven't already got your upgrades. Oh, yeah, and yeah, there you go. Even still difficult when you get real close and a little cocky. So don't know if there's too much we can do. Maybe the gun will just be a handy way of finishing that off. Is there a chest above there? Oh, that was above. Okay, yeah, that was where we came in. At least we know we can just teleport through there quite safely. Go through here, come back. We've not been far enough through. Ah, yeah, there it was. You could just see it spawn off in the bottom. I want to try and get him over here for a second. And yeah, sure enough, the gun was very handy in that. A little bit of magic stuff gets dropped. And you could see the top left got cleared up a bit. And there's our hero grave. This should put us back to being fully restored with everything now, I think. Still got our charming little mask on. And you can see we are no longer a ghost. We're back to being a real fox person. So, just want to teleport through here if I was a little bit more on the ball with where I'm going. Okay, so now I think we just want to head back. Go to the final quarry bit, see if we can figure out that door again. Just get down to it and see what we can piece together. I think we've probably seen all of the pieces of the golden door we need to. We can take off our scavenger mask now. Okay, so down to a teleporter and back over to that golden door. Don't know why I chopped that bit up. Can we go just through here? Yeah, that's another route. Just says the same thing 3 times. Getting caught. And just for the sake of showing something we saw before. Oh, now you can see we can go to sleep there, which I believe changes the time of day. But here you can see 3 of the trophies that we've collected, and there are a total of 12, so long way to go on those. Don't think they are in any way essential to finishing the game, but they certainly are a final little challenge, or mostly final. Okay, Eastern Forest, that's where we're going. Actually, are we? Maybe let's have a sleep. The wonderful world's back to what we know. But we still have our teleporting ability, which is pretty handy. Certainly makes short work of these guys. Don't think there's any other chunks of golden door about, but there's a telescope back here we can use. Hopefully that'll... No, that's just this area it looks at. Thought there was maybe also a way down here. Nope. Was it over here? Don't know why I'm killing these random creatures, really don't need to. Also didn't really need it to be this time of day, but thought I would. Just to give a bit of change of pace and show that we can go back to the way things were. Okay, so that's cut off pretty harshly, that door. Gonna spend a couple of minutes just trying to piece that together. Okay. Okay, I'm actually wrong. So it doesn't look as though we've got everything. Pieces don't really nicely fit together, to be honest. So I believe there is one more to get. So we're going to get ourselves back to the main area. So now, rather than pretend that I can totally remember where all the pieces of the gold obelisk are, we are just gonna say that I had a little look, because ultimately it's just saving us all some time rather than me running around like a lunatic who can't remember where things are. But we'll go and find the last piece of the golden obelisk next time, so that's where we're going to end it for this time. If you've enjoyed it, then please leave a like, subscribe, and check out some of my other videos. But until then, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.